Yeah, sure. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. So let us start. Just confirm me once you all can see my screen now. You all can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I think you need to expand the screen. You're using secondary screen, I guess. Screen, I mean.
No, I kept in our presentation mode. Is that not visible, right?
It's coming double windows actually.
Okay, just a second.
Let me show you the snapshot.
Okay, fine.
Windows speed. Windows speed. Windows speed.
Okay. Is this fine now?
No, not yet. It's coming like this.
Anyway, yeah, fine. Just a second. Okay, let me. Is this fine now? Can you check?
Yes.
Yes, this single screen. Maybe you can minimize the ribbon.
Minimize them. Still same issue, right?
Yes, Raghu sir.
Okay, fine. Let us go with this same. Okay, way. Okay. I hope it is visible, right?
It is visible. What you can do in this is maybe you can minimize the ribbon. If you see the small arrow icon in the right side top
Right side
of the ribbon, down, below that. Yeah,
Okay.
this icon. Yes, this
Yeah,
one.
got it.
Yes, this one.
So is this fine, right now?
Yes, can see the screen.
Okay.
Maybe top
So
of that will be missing.
yeah, let us try to move forward. Thanks all. So let us try to understand. Okay, what we looked at is yesterday. What is in a region? What is an availability zone, right? May I know what is the difference between region and availability zone?
I think we didn't go through any region or availability zone yesterday.
Sorry?
I think we didn't go through any region or availability zone. Yesterday we didn't had any class, right?
No, we
No,
had.
yesterday we had. Okay, we try to explain. Yeah, I'll try to come back to you again. Okay, region is a collection of data centers. Okay, if anyone missed yesterday, I'm trying to reconvey that. Okay, region is a collection of data centers. The data center we call it as an availability zone. The data center we call it as availability zone. If you observe here this particular diagram, okay. Okay, here if you look at in this particular region, okay, we have three data centers. We call it as availability zone. Okay, this availability zone again combination of different data center, different racks, and all those stuff. Okay. So these three availability zones are highly high speed, private, optic fiber network connected. Okay. So why they're given three data centers or three availability zones is when we launch your application servers, okay, when we launch your application servers, we make sure that our servers are deployed here as well as here. Why? We try to maintain two servers, web, app, DB, anything, because of any reason, if this particular availability zone went down, still we want to access our applications, right? So that's why we maintain our infrastructure into two different availability zones. Sometimes your business may be expands into different region as well. Let us say in India and US. In that particular scenario, you may maintain the resources here in the region of India and US as well. So it depends on how business what is your business, how it is working. Based on that, okay, you can try to design your infrastructure. Right? Is this clear now? What is the region and availability zone? Region is nothing but a collection of availability zone. What is the availability zone? It is a data center. Okay. So in India, if you look at it, we have in the south, central, west. In US also, you can look at lot of okay, regions, right? West US and all this stuff. Okay. Apart from all these things, they'll maintain one dedicated region for government. Okay, your government organizations, US federal government organization, that will be assigned to dedicated to them. See, US government, Texas, Virginia, certain. Okay. So try to understand. We'll try to create an account today. Okay, we'll explain you how we create account, free account and all. When we are working with an Azure, once you create an account, we will work with an subscriptions. What we require is a subscription. In a one account, you may have one or more subscriptions as well. Why we require more subscriptions? Because suppose let us say I'm working for a Citibank. I may maintain one subscription for dedicatedly home loans. One is for credit card. So is there any advantage we get with that? Yes, we'll get like a billing. Okay, we'll get separate billing for this, we'll get separate billing for this. All the resources are isolated, right? So we can maintain for a department or environment, we can try to maintain separate subscriptions. In this subscription, you can have a resource groups. Resource group is a main container I can. Resource group is collection of resources, whatever we are going to create going forward in Azure. It is nothing but a container where we have all the resources. Without resource group, we cannot do anything. So we need to have an active subscription. In that, you can create one or more resource groups. In the resource group, you create all the resources going forward. Suppose if I want to apply some conditions, okay, some restrictions, some policies in Azure point of view, we call it as policies. I have a different policies for my home loans department. I have different policies for my credit card department. But as in a same group, right? Citibank, I have a common policies as well for my organization. So that, okay, you can apply the policies at management group. Management group, subscriptions, resource group, then resources. Right? Is this clear? What is resources? If you look at resources are going to be anything. Your VMs, storage, network, whatever the resources we are going to learn going forward. Okay, those are all will be kept in one resource group. The resource groups are part of subscription. Subscriptions can be maintained, one or more subscriptions can be maintained in one account. Is this clear? Any questions?
No.
Shall I move forward?
So, sir, just a quick question. So one account, for example, a Citibank, as you said, can have as many subscriptions they want?
Yes.
And they will be billed for each subscription, or they will be just billed for the services they use?
Each subscription level, whatever they used.
Okay. And the subscriptions can have like as many resource groups they want.
Yes, correct. If you look at in the subscriptions, we have a 2. In the subscription, we
Yeah.
have 1.
All right.
Okay. Okay, let us try to take a one more step ahead. So what we understand now is resource group is a logical container. If you look at here, it is a just container where we kept all our resources, where we are going to create all our resources going forward. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me try to log into one of my account and I'll show you how. Don't create any account now. I'll tell you when to create an account. So if you go to portal.azure.com, let me try to log in. So this is my, let us say, one of my Azure account. So if you look at this is my subscription. Okay, search. Okay, if you look at this is then a look and feel of your Azure account. Let me search any resource you want to search. You can search here. You can say my subscriptions. What are the subscriptions we have? The subscriptions you have is this one subscription I have, that is a pay as you go model. It is not free. When you create first time, right? That is you can get a free subscription. It is a pay as you go model. This is the subscription ID. My role is an account admin, what it is and all. Okay, current cost and all, you can see that it is an active state. When you create an account, you get a free subscription with something around $200 of credits. You can try to utilize to learn all the Azure. Okay, all the services of Azure. Let us look at, if you look at here you have an home. All the services, whatever the services are Azure providing, you can see all the services over here. If you look at, there are a lot of services. Are we going to learn AI and machine learning? Are we going to learn that? Are we going to learn analytics?
No.
We are not into that. Okay. Azure will give you lot of services. We are not going to learn all the services over here. Again, it depends on your organization. Let us say your organization is into this machine learning. So in that particular scenario, you may need to provide an infrastructure for your developers. Okay, we are not going to develop anything AI or machine learning. We are like kind of facilitator them. We'll facilitate the resources to them so that okay, they can try to implement their solutions. But as in a cloud and DevOps engineer, okay, we have to have certain certain services to be created, or you have to understand that is compute, container, database, DevOps, right? Identity. So certain services we need to understand for an AZ-104 as an administration or DevOps point of view. We'll try to understand those things. You can go with all services over here and you can create it, or else you can directly search the resource what you want and you can try to work with. If you look at here, I'm trying to work with a resource group. I'm trying to search with a resource group. See, there are 3 resource groups are there. There are 3 resource groups. Which subscription? Which location? These are all the details. If you look at here, what I'll do, I'll try to select this particular resource group, and I can say, okay, I can say delete this particular resource group. Okay, I'm trying to delete it. Okay, to enter the name of that, confirm the deletion name. What is the name of that? What is the name of the resource group? Default resource group. Yes. Okay, I'm trying to delete the resource. Once I deleted the resource group, whatever the resources are there in that particular resource group will be deleted. Whatever the activity you perform here, all the activity details, you can see the notifications over here. Whatever the activity you perform, the activity related notifications you can see. Right? Once it is successfully completed, you can see the notification. Okay, it is completed. Okay, so let it delete. So now what we understand? A resource group is in a container kind of where we can create all the resources. So what happened in my organization? Okay, one of the engineer, same way they deleted the resource group. Okay, so what happens? All the resources related to production got deleted. Right? It is not intentional, but still, is that acceptable? Is that okay to delete a resource group?
No.
No, right? So why? Because it will contain all our entire infrastructure will be in the resource group. Right? That particular application related or that particular environment related, whatever. So it is not a easy task, or we don't. Okay, we should not delete that particular one. So how can you make sure that no one delete it? Okay, so what we can do is there is an option called lock option. We can lock it. Well, let us say I'm trying to look at locks. Okay, we can try to add a lock name. We don't delete kind of something. Okay, what is the lock we want to do? Something. Okay, let it be. Okay, something lock. Okay, I kept in a lock for my resource group now. So previously when I deleted in a resource group, okay, it is deleted. If you look at here, it is deleted, right? Now, if we try to delete this particular resource group, okay. So, or else, okay, if you look at here, the overview of that, try to just a second. So, okay, this particular resource group, once you lock it, right, you are not allowed to delete this. Let me go here. Okay, see when I say delete resource group. Okay, so what is the resource group? This one. Okay, let me try to copy here. Delete. So what it is saying, the resource group network is locked and cannot be deleted. Right? So we are protecting our resource group from the deletion. So if you try to delete the lock, suppose you went there and you try to delete the lock, you can search here. You can try to delete this lock. We have a lock, right? Okay, we have lock. If you delete this particular lock, now it is not protected. You can go and simply delete it. Right? You can go and simply delete this resource group. Okay, so now it is getting deleted. Previously it was protected, but now it is getting deleted. Okay. Now what we understand with the resource group now is a container to manage, organize resources, all the resources we can maintain in that. Right? If you want, suppose let us say in my resource group there is a VM. We can move a resource from one resource group to other resource group if you want. Right? So, okay, but same resource cannot be part of two resource groups. If you want, you can move it. but it cannot be part of 2 resource groups. Right? Resource group can be created at a location, which location you want to create and all, you can specify that. What it is saying, you can apply the locks to resource groups or subscriptions to prevent deletion, or okay, we can try to make it as a read only. You can also apply directly to particular resource also. We can do, as of now, we kept a lock at resource group level, but you can apply the lock at an individual resource also. The protection you can apply at individual resources, or you can apply the protection at resource group level as well. Clear? Any questions till now?
So, sir, is it like a standard procedure to lock our resource group
Yes.
so
yes.
nobody deletes it, or
Yes,
is it?
yes. Yes,
So
we
it's a
have to
standard process. We always,
Yes.
whenever we create, we should lock
Yes.
our resource group.
Correct.
Okay. And what is the read only? That means nobody can make changes, only like read.
Correct.
That's what it means.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
So based on the permissions, again, we'll try to discuss that. Okay, IAM part in a coming 1 or 2 days. Okay.
Raghu, what about, like, let's say that we have many administrators at in a company, and at the subscription level, I have to manage also. So we put the log, right? So what is the best practice? Like, how many people should have know the log password?
Yeah, I'll tell you that. Okay, there is a different IAM level authentications. We have contributor level permissions. Different permissions are there. So based on what kind of permissions you have given to that particular individual, okay. So based on that, okay, whether you can delete the log, whether you can put a log, and all we have. So let us see that in a comment. Okay?
And what about if a person, like, looking at your hierarchy? From the subscription level, the below resource group. Now, let's say someone has at the subscription level, he has the lock password. Likewise, in a resource group, he has added the lock as well. So is there a overriding? So just because of the hierarchy is higher of subscription level?
Yeah, if you have a subscription level, okay, subscription level permissions you have given to particular individual, he can do lock any of these things, including this. He cannot work on this particular one.
No, what I mean is if he has a lock at the subscription level, and I have one more administrator in the resource group who has a lock. So can a person at the subscription level who has a lock key, can he override that in the resource group?
No, he cannot delete as well. Okay, so unless it is on a log, so they can delete the log first. They have a permission to delete in the subscription level, right? So you can delete the log, then you can delete the resource groups.
Okay. So it is like for the product owner, like a user interface for them, like read only, right?
Correct. So we'll see that. Okay, we'll try to create such kind of scenario. Okay, we'll try to create a normal user, a contributor user, and we'll try to perform those kind of activities. Okay.
I don't think so. We can have a lock at a subscription level. Can we have a lock at a subscription level?
I mean, okay, yes, we can have locks at resource group or subscription level to prevent deletion, right? We can apply that at subscription level or individual resource also. Going forward, we'll try to create different resources. Okay, we can try to protect them. So we will see that one by one. Okay. So shall I move forward? In a cloud, remember that any cloud that could be, tags are very important. Okay. So why it is important? Let me try to tell you. Suppose I have a lot of resources in my account, hundreds of VMs. How can I recognize which VM it is, right? I have a lot of resources, like I cannot identify what exactly it is for, why I created and all those. That's why we'll try to tag each and every resource. Okay, we try to tag each and every resource. If you look at here, we have one storage account, okay, whatever. So if you look at, is there any tags? See, it is a tagged. You can edit the tags, you can add the tags. Let us say I want to add one more tag. Environment is production. Okay, account owner is or okay. The what it is for, why you are trying to create this, you can try to update that. Okay, so you can try to add a number of tags as and when we require. Application is okay, something charts. So you can try to create a number of tags for each resource. The tags are very useful in a cloud, not only for consolidating, for building as well. Suppose, let us say in a resource group, you have a lot of resources, but in different applications. Different applications has different owners, though they are into city group, but okay, different application owners will pay that particular resource billing. In that case, we can try to tag them with a billing code. Okay, that particular application billing code through we can generate the bill for internally and we can share it. So tags are very, very useful. Okay, we'll maintain certain policy as well for tag. Okay, without these tags, if anyone created resource, don't allow them to create. It is one of the governance kind of. Okay, as part of your governance, they'll check all the tags are properly updated or. Okay, we'll try to look at that. Okay, we'll try to see governance policies, how we are going to do. Okay, and apply the tags at resource groups. These resource groups are okay, cannot enter this tag. Okay, fine. Now, to create any resource in cloud, either it could be AWS, Azure, or GCP, anything. How many ways we can connect? As we connected with a GUI, right? What are other ways we can connect with CLI? Okay, CLI means you can create a command line interface and you can connect with. The other ways, like you can try to do with an SDK, software development kit. Suppose you are a Python developer, you are a Java developer, .NET developer. Okay, they have developed a software development kit for you. Okay, you can try to utilize that and you can connect Azure resources and you can create, manage all those things you can do with the programming. The other ways to create a resources on anything, we have an IAC. What is IAC? What is IAC? Infrastructure as a code. What are the tools are there in for IAC? Azure native tool is Azure native solution is ARM templates. What is that? Azure Resource Manager templates. It is the JSON files actually. What is JSON, how it is works, everything we are going to learn. Okay. ARM templates are like a JSON based templates. We'll try to create the template and we'll try to deploy that to create all these resources like resource groups, VM, storage, everything. It is native to Azure, right? We have another tool called Terraform. Terraform, it is I mean, it will work with all the clouds, AWS, Azure, and GCP. Okay, so we can connect with any of the cloud. It is an infrastructure as a code tool. You might have heard Terraform in the market nowadays, right? So Terraform will be used to automate your infrastructure builds. Fine, these many ways. Yeah, other way in PowerShell. Okay, also there's another way you can connect with CLI or PowerShell. PowerShell is a Windows point of view. You can write on a PowerShell scripts and you can connect, manage the things. Okay. ARM means Azure Resource Manager templates. Templates means like we can try to create a JSON files and we can work. So how many ways we can connect within a portal, PowerShell, CLI, ARM templates or Terraform. You can work with Terraform or SDK, software development. Okay, either way you can connect and manage it. Okay. So we call it as an okay, whatever we connected with an GUI, right? That we call it as an Azure Resource Manager as well. Okay, so how can we connect that? Our portal. We can connect with a portal, PowerShell, CLI, REST APIs, SDK, software development kits. For that all, we require authentication. Once we have authentication, you can connect to your resource manager. From that, you can create all your resources. Okay. So what we understand with the subscription now? What we understand with the subscription now? What is a subscription now?
Subscription is like used for managing billing. I mean, it is at a department level where you can manage resources as well as we can manage finances and everything, right?
Yes, you are right. So how can I take this one?
I have a question on the billing part.
Okay,
Now, is the consolidation billing is better or the individual billing is better? Because I heard with the consolidation billing, we get the better discount from Microsoft.
Yes, you are right. Okay, I'll get a consolidated billing for my company or my organization point of view. Let us say Citibank will try to get a consolidated billing, but individually, okay, I want to have a segregation, right? Suppose this subscription, suppose I have a credit card department, they used on a certain resources, they have to pay that. Okay, home loan departments have again 10 applications. Individual application owner will from their budget they'll pay that, right? Though they are internal okay clients, but okay they have to pay from their budget to a finance team. The finance team will okay pay for Azure, Microsoft. They will get globally whatever the resources they are using, subscriptions they are using, they will get discount on it. They have so okay. I worked for one of the Citibank. They have 250 plus subscriptions are there for them.
So how do we tie up with this 250 plus subscription to a consolidated billing?
There is an organizational groups around there, right? We discussed there is an organizational groups. The structure, if you look at, so okay, we'll try to maintain an organizational group so that okay, we can get a consolidated for them. I think I kept here somewhere. If you look at that architecture diagram, how it is. Okay, so all the subscriptions are like in one management group. We maintain common policies, common resource details. All we'll try to get over there.
Okay. So management groups, so management group will be only one or it will be many?
Ideally one. Management group also contains management group again. Suppose these two are common under different management group, this and comes under a different management group. Suppose that is also can be maintained. These groups helps to manage access policy compliance. One of the important thing is compliance at an organization level, whether we are okay, we do auditing, we do compliant, okay, we have to make sure that as per the standards, we have to maintain that.
Right. So my
If I
question is under management groups, can we have the consolidated billing?
Correct. Yes, we can try to maintain that subscription level. We'll get separate bill, and thus inherited all the subscriptions will be consolidated into management group. So if I apply some condition over the management group, that will be applied okay across the organization. If I apply condition something over the subscription level, that will be applied these two resource groups and all these resources.
No. Suppose I have two management groups, sister concern company.
Ideally, we'll maintain one management group. Okay, so all the subscriptions in the management group, okay, will maintain in one management group kind of so that okay, we can maintain all the proper policies, governance, compliance we can maintain. Otherwise, okay, we cannot maintain that.
Okay.
Let us try to understand now. where we are now. Sorry, management groups, fine, subscriptions, right? Yeah, I think before going to, okay, subscript management groups, let us try to understand what is subscription first. Using, okay, as we understand, right, we have a one account, suppose. In that account, you can maintain n number of subscriptions. Each subscription, it is in a pay-as-you-go model, right? How we are consolidating, how we are trying to understand the subscription is, it is a billing boundary. So we can get separate bills for each subscription so that, okay, we can consolidate billing for each and every. Clear? Access control boundary also we can specify. If I give an access to one user, okay, the particular group, they cannot access other subscriptions kind of. Right? As I told you, we can maintain different departments like this, and you can try to update it. So as I told you, if you have a free subscription, okay, a free subscription, you'll get $200. That works for only 30 days. Okay, that will be maintained only for 1 month. They'll say 12 months, but only certain services they'll give you. Okay, for infrastructure like VM's point of view, they'll give you only 1 month. We'll try to look at how it is going to. That's why 1 month, right? 30 days only. That's why I asked to create Monday. Okay, I hope you don't work on Saturday and Sunday much. So let us not waste the 2 days as well. So we'll create our subscription on Monday. Okay. So if you are a student, if you have a student mail ID and all, you can try to get membership. Every month you'll get $100. If you have a student mail ID. Okay. If you have a student mail ID, you'll get every month $100 you'll get. Okay. So they'll try to do some verifications. I mean, your college ID, college mail ID and all. Okay, if anyone having that, okay, you can try to create that. That is well and good. Every month you'll get the okay, $100 of credits. You can practice with that. Clear? Is it clear what is the subscription?
Yeah. Yes.
Let us try to understand let us try to understand what exactly the management group is. Right? If you look at here, there is a management group. A management group can be part of another management group. As you said, like sister companies, if you have, so you can try to maintain a management group in another management group. Such a way we can try to apply some compliance, governance, auditing kind of we can apply for an individual resource, okay, management groups. If I apply over here any conditions, it will be applied all the subscriptions and all. Right? I hope is this picture gotten a clear understanding? Sorry. Is this clear now? Everyone?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So any conditions I applied on the management group level that will be applied to all the subscriptions as well as okay, any other management group is part of that. Right? So just try to go through this. I'll try to share you this by today. Okay, this content you can try to. These are all theoretical ones. So we are going to learn how to create a policies and how to apply that, how to set up a conditions on okay particular subscription level, particular resource group level. Okay, we'll try to look at that. Active Directory. What is Active Directory? It is a centralized administration kind of. Let us say I want to give an access to you. in my organization, right? Okay, let us say you joined an organization today. Immediately what HR does, okay, HR asks you to fill all the details, your name, first name, last name, all those things, right? That Excel sheet will send it to Azure AD administrator or AD administrator. So immediately that person will create an okay ID for you at the rate ibm.com, at the rate something.com, right? Such a way, okay, we try to manage Active Directory not only for user administration, lot of other things we can do with that. Okay, we'll park aside the Active Directory. Okay, let us not discuss much on that Active Directory now. We'll try to discuss once we create an account. Okay, once we create an account, we'll try to create a users like this. We'll try to create all the users. We'll add some permissions to him. What is an AD, AAD, B2B, all those things we'll try to understand once we create an account. Okay. So RBAC roles, right? RBAC means role-based access control. Every organization or every applications nowadays they are giving permissions through RBAC only. RBAC means role-based access control. What is meant by role-based access control is, okay, let us say I created one role saying that administrator, that I'll apply for one group or one user. He'll get administrator access. So I'll create a roles. Let us say I created a read only. I given to L1s. Okay, recently joined from college. I don't want to give full privileges to them. So to avoid unnecessary issues. So we given only read only permissions role that assigned to L1 team, monitoring team. Right? We create a role and we can assign that within a Active Directory to any particular users. Right? So we'll see that how to create an all. So now, like we try to, it's a time to look at an it is time to look at an Azure side. Okay. We'll try to look at what is RBAC, what is user group, service principal, and everything. We'll try to look at practically in our coming Monday onwards. So we'll try to look at now the Azure portal point of view. Yes, our lab starts with on a policies in a Monday. Okay, so okay, we'll start with the policies. Okay, why we required a policy? What is policy? Why we required a policy? Suppose my business is in India. My business is in US. Okay, my business in US or India. Someone is trying to create a resource. Let us say resource group I'm creating now. Okay, creating a resource group. Creating a resource group. Let us say a test resource group. Let us say my business is in India or US. I'm selecting something like this one. Is that okay? Is that okay to create? No, right? My business in US, ideally I have to select a nearest region, US region, right? That not just I'm giving an example as a resource group, but any resource if you create any resource you create apart from our native region. So we want to restrict that. We don't want to allow that. Right? We want to set up a policy such a way all my management group level, all my subscription level, they have to create a resource only in East US. Right? Or else certain group only I want to create, allow to create. Only certain size of the servers only I want to allow to create. Such kind of lot of policies we can try to apply. So what policy can does helps us to control and restrict or audit your resources. Clear? Clear? What is the purpose of policy? Is it clear what is the purpose of policy? Sorry?
To audit, control, and restrict.
Yes.
Resources.
Yes, to restrict the resources. Okay, we can try to set up the policy at a resource group level, subscription level, the management group level, you can apply that. When we enforce the rules on particular resource groups or anything, we make sure that they remain compliant and corporate standards. Okay, so if you don't specify policy, by mistake someone created in another location, so okay, that unnecessarily creates unnecessary headache. Right? So we want to maintain the compliance. We want to maintain the governance policies as per the standards we want to do. In that case, policies are very useful. Okay. So, okay, you have to convey in interior like I created customized policies as per our organization standards applied across the management group. From there, you have to start. What are the activities you have done? I've created customized policies to maintain the governance compliant, okay, as per our organizational standards. And you can give some examples. Okay, I've created these kind of customized. I'll try to give you that. Okay, what are the customized policies we created? So you can try to convey in that way, right? So what is an advantage with that? Prevent non-compliant resource being created. So no one, let us say I set up on a policy such a way, there should be a billing tag mandatory. Without billing tag, no one should create a resource. Otherwise, what happens? We cannot share the billing, right? If you created a very big server, you cannot share billing to anyone. So if you don't know what is the billing tag. So I want to make sure that if anyone created any resource, the mandatory tag should be a billing tag, right? So such kind of compliant, such kind of policy governance we can set up. Suppose look at say, I want to create a server with only particular given size. If you created 200 GB RAM and 100 CPUs, okay, that will generate a lot of bill. Okay, there may be unnecessary, you can create it. So to avoid such kind of things, we'll allow only these kind of servers you can launch. See, this is a tagging is, as I told you, one of the mandatory fields. Tagging fields can be created while provisioning the resources. MFA should be enabled for all the users. MFA means multi-factor authentication. Everyone should install MFA. Okay, we'll try to look at, okay, once we create an account, we'll try to install one app, Microsoft Authenticator or Google Authenticator. Everyone should have MFA. Without MFA, we don't, in organizations, no one allow you to log into your account. Right? It is one more layer of protection. Though you have a username and password, okay, so that particular MFA will have one more layer of protection. So you can apply the policies at management group, subscription, resource group level. So fine. Okay, if you want to look at, so generally you want to generate a report every week, something like that. You generate a report and you submit to your management. Or every 1 year, generally there is an internal audit or external audit. Okay, so the auditing team will ask you, hey, can you share your compliance report, governance report? So if there is a non-compliant resources in that, okay, we can every 1 week we can look at and you can try to make sure that okay, those are all get remediated. So that okay, you'll get a good report for compliance. Right?
Sorry, the policy can be applied up until management group. Is that what you said?
Yes, if I apply the policy at management group, the same will be applied to subscription resource group as well.
No. Can we apply? And sorry, I didn't ask the question properly. Can we apply the policies at a resource group level?
Yes. If you look at, I applied some condition like ABC condition at management group level. Okay. Management group level. So this particular ABC condition will apply for subscriptions, right? and resource groups as well. Suppose in the resource group, I applied some X, Y, Z. It will not applicable for subscription. It will not applicable for management. Right? This
Got it. It
applicable
will go
was
from
only resources.
Got it. It will
Right?
drill down from top to bottom. Okay.
Correct. Whatever the management group level, what are the part of resources? Let us say subscriptions, multiple subscriptions are there. That policy, ABC policy will be applied to all the subscriptions in that particular management group.
Can we override the policy at a resource group level?
No. Whatever the inheritance you have given ABC, okay, policy at subscription level, that should be applied.
Okay.
You cannot override.
What about, let's say in the management group, once we have put the policy, which is flowing from management, subscription and resource group. Now, if I want to have some exception on some of the resource group, I can mention that in the management group, right?
Yes, yes, you can mention that in the management groups. Okay. Or else you create separate subscription and you can apply for that. I mean, separate management group. In that management group, you can have multiple management groups you can maintain and you can apply that. Okay.
No, I think the question was different. I mean, like, if there is some exception at a resource group level, let's say some resource group is the exceptional case.
Yeah. You can apply the exceptions, no issues. Okay. So resource groups, right? Okay, how the resource group will work. The management groups. Now we clearly understand what is a management group and okay, the child management groups. It has some subscriptions and all we try to look at, right? How the cost management will happen? Shall I continue or else you want me to stop here? The practical labs will start from Monday. The next session. I mean to say next session. It is Friday. It is Thursday for you, right?
Yes, it's Thursday.
Yes, it's Thursday.
Okay, tomorrow you have session then. Okay, same time. So we'll try to look at practical sessions tomorrow onwards. We'll try to create one. Okay, you don't create any account till Monday, right? Because I don't want to waste your 2 days of subscription as well. We'll create on Monday itself. Tomorrow I'll show you, okay, like how can we work with subscriptions, resource groups, setting up policies. Those things I'll try to show you. The practical labs will start from tomorrow.
Is it possible to manage a lock itself?
Lock for?
I mean, there are so many locks, right? So can we have one single lock administrator itself?
Yeah, you can do that. So suppose if I kept on a resource group level log, okay, you cannot delete a resource group, but in that there is a resource can be deleted, right? So that we can apply the lock it on a resource level as well, a resource group level as well.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's so difficult, right? I mean, you need to have some kind of a super user kind of who can manage that lock, because obviously you have a big organization.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just a question for you, Raghu. Like, let's say that let's take the example of Microsoft itself. It's a very big organization. More than 100,000 employees are there. Now, every single resources will have logs. Obviously, on above also it will have logs. But who will be the super user? Like someone will be the super user at some level, right? Who has the log for everything.
Yeah, if you look at here, if I try to go with a subscription, okay, how I logged in. Okay, if you look at subscription, how I logged in. Okay, account admin. I logged in with an account admin. Okay, you can do anything. We can also create some contributor role. We create a user and we create a contributor role. Okay, subscription level. He can do anything at subscription level. Based on what kind of a role we assign to him, he can do that. We'll see in a next day after tomorrow. That means on Tuesday, we are going to work with an Active Directory where we create a users, groups, we'll assign some roles. I mean, RBAC, role-based access controls will assign. Then we'll see that. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to know what is meant by.
Yeah, I'm not worried about on the practical part, Raghu. What I'm worried is like in such a big organization. Now I have 5 people who are at the same level, at a very high level position. They all have the access. Like, how do we control that particular access? But giving for one person also is a challenge because that can hurt, the company also, right?
Yeah. I mean,
so what is the best practice for that?
So as I told you, right, when you try to delete on a subscription, also it will try to give you an error saying that this resource group is logged, you cannot delete now. Okay, until unless you go and delete that, okay, resource group level lock, okay, it will not allow you to do that. Okay, so based on that particular resource group, what is the permissions you have? So that also inherits. Okay, so you have okay, if you don't have a resource group level permission, you cannot delete it. First, he need to delete that resource. Like we have a contributor rule. So at subscription level, he can do anything, but sometimes you may not give an access to resource group level. He cannot do that until unless that particular resource group level, who is the admin, who is the contributor, they only can delete that. Such kind of okay, very granular level restrictions are there. I'll try to walk you through that.
Oh, okay. So basically what you're saying is like at the resource group level, there could be a different administrator who has put the lock.
Yes.
At the subscription level, there is a different lock that has been provided by somebody. And if anyone wants to delete at the subscription level, he will not be able to do that, right?
Yes.
Because the resource.
Until unless he is on a contributor role on that particular resource group. So most of the times, okay, let us say you are on a director level, okay, you may not have okay subscription level or resource group level a contributor role. So you don't do the activities, right? Such a so account admin is a super user kind of, you can do it like is the owner of the account. Yeah, give me some time, so we'll walk you through that. Okay, don't worry. So okay, we'll stop here. If you have any questions, okay, we'll try to take the questions now. Anyone want to raise your questions? Okay, any hand raised? I could not see at this moment.
Raghu, same on subsequent question itself. Just curious here.
Mhm.
Now, when you say if he's an admin level person who has the lock, can he delete the resource group?
Yeah, once he unlocked, I mean, once he deleted the lock, okay, if he is in a contributor admin, he can delete it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where my what is the best practice over the security
Yeah,
practice?
that's why, as I told you, right, individual resource also will try to maintain the locks. So let us not delete that kind of, okay. So we make sure that the granular level permissions will try to maintain, okay. So individual VM also I kept on a lock. So, okay, so we can try to protect that first. So he need to delete that lock at resource level first. Then he can go to the resource group. Then you can go to subscription kind of.
You mean the super user who has the access?
Yes, I mean to say, let us say X user has an access on the resource group, but Y user kept on a lock on that particular resource, right? Until unless you don't delete the lock on the Y, you cannot delete X. Right? We protected our resources at a very granular level. So that okay.
Raghu, sorry. Let's be a little bit more specific for my understanding purpose. Let's say that you're the super user at the management group level where you have the super user. Okay. Now I'm at a very
super user in the sense you are saying account admin, right?
At the management group, you're the account admin.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm 4 levels below, which is I'm at the resource group level. where I
Okay.
have put my lock for my VM.
Okay.
Now, can the account admin go and delete that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's my problem. Like, let's say that I cannot believe one person holding all the stuff for 10,000 people in an organization. So how can I safeguard? Trust is there, but at the same time, I want to make sure that my assets are also safeguarded. So with one person holding that lock is not the right thing also, right?
Generally, okay, we don't share that. Okay, generally, no one will share the account admin credentials. Okay, even he try to, okay, no one will allow to log in first of all with the account admin, even he is on a finance head or whatever it is. So any particular reasons, okay, in that particular very critical situation, then only they try to log in with the account admin kind of. They will try to create individual users. We'll try to give certain permissions to them. Okay, there is again policy based permissions also. There's a lot of permissions are there. So okay, based on that, okay, yeah, if he's in logged in with an account admin, okay, we cannot do. Why? Because he only created the account. Okay, he's the okay owner of that particular account, so he can do anything. I'll also look at. Okay, I didn't think in that account admin level permissions. So okay, let me look at that today. I'll come back to you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Raghu.
So any more questions?
I guess someone had raised hand.
Yes, yes, Raghu, I have a question. Like, see, if resource level means like it can be based on different region also, right? Like or different how to say like if in US or India, so the admin they have a different user and other policies, or it's the same.
No, resource level same. So let us say we created one storage account, or else let us say we created one virtual machine. On top of that, okay, if you have assigned some privileges to him, so you can. I'm sorry, I'm saying sorry. Can you come again, please? Let me try to understand your question.
Like how Hasib was talking about like the resources, right? The admin has full access, like he can destroy any part of the file like log. So I'm asking is like in every different region there can be a different what to say, like the policies, or it's the same?
It is a subscription level or resource group level. In the resource group level, resource could be any region. Okay, so that permissions will be applied to that part. Suppose if I given resource group level contributor the full permissions, in that particular resource group, the resource could be any region. So that will be applied.
Okay.
I think when it comes to the logs, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I read somewhere like if you have logs at a lower level and if you're deleting at a higher level, that resource or resource group cannot be deleted until unless log is released.
Correct. First, we have to work on that lower level VMs or whatever the resource. Then we have to come to subscription level. Right. Then resource group level, such a way. Hierarchy we have to maintain in reverse way. Okay. So any more questions? We'll see this practically when we look at all the possible ways. So you will clearly understand that. Any more questions? We'll start with the policies in a tomorrow session. We'll try to create certain policies and we'll try to apply on our account, and we'll try to violate that particular policy. Okay, we'll try to create in different region, different size, different conditions. We'll try to test it whether our policies are working or okay.
Raghu, and how about how to create a student account? Will that be a specific?
If you have a student. Yeah, if you directly when you try to log in with an account, it will ask you whether you want to. Let me try to show you. Add a subscription. When I try to create a new subscription, there are different offerings, right? One is a free, one is a pay-as-you-go model, Okay, different. Okay, pay as you go with Azure. Okay, full plus free services, or else okay, student. Okay, build in cloud with Azure free account. Okay, you get no credit card required. Start. Okay, but the thing is, you need to have a valid mail ID with your college ID, your institution ID of lab.
Got it. Thank you, Raghu.
So we'll try to look at an Azure first. Okay, once